Okay, good morning to you. Wonderful Tuesday. And of course, it's my pleasure to welcome you on board Sports Bang on this Super Tuesday edition. We're reaching out to you live and direct from the big city of Ibadan, capital of Oyo State, Nigeria. You're welcome on board. We call it Sports Bang and it's live this morning. Yes, 105.5 FM if you're listening via radio or the phone or in the car or maybe in some kind of public places. But of course, you know that you can also watch us live this morning on our Facebook fan page, Splash 105.5 FM Ibadan. And let's do this together from now till 8 o'clock. Apologies, we're starting the program a little bit behind a schedule. It is 23 minutes before 8 o'clock at this time, and you're welcome on board. Good morning to you, great people. Once again, my name is Tunde Olawuwo, and from now till 8 o'clock, yes, let me say we have a sporting date together. Okay, Fermi Adigwe, guys, on board with me this morning on Sports Bang, and we'll ensure that you keep abreast of all that is happening in the world of sports. Great one, good news for Samson Siasia. He's gotten himself a lifeline from the FIFA ban he got owing to some match fixing scandal. Now it's been reduced to 5 years. So what does this mean? Sometimes in 2024, you will be able to get back into football in whatever capacity that he feels, whether it's in a coaching capacity or as an agent or anything. I'm particularly happy that Samson Siasia has been able to pull through this very difficult, extremely tough time in his career. Also, about the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, it's no more news that it will happen. Organizers to set 50% venue capacity limits for spectators, meaning that it is also not going to be an Olympic without fans. It's just going to be, controlled in some ways. And of course, in the Euro 2020, we'll definitely be telling you this morning about who is through to the round of 16, who needs what to get through. In terms of group winners, you mentioned Italy, Belgium, and Netherlands. What about runners-up? Wales through Denmark, Australia as well. We have some that have also pitched for the best third-placed teams in the competition, while some are going on empty-handed already, including Turkey. So stay with us on Sport Bang and you will get more on this. Fermi, how are you?
Yeah, good morning to you today. Good morning to a wonderful listener. Always good to be back here again to talk sports. I mean, you said we are in a sporting date with our listener. I say we are in a sporting entanglement with them until 8 a.m. And of course, it's going to be an exciting one right here in the studio this wonderful morning. I mean, the last 24 hours has been so much interesting activities in the world of football. And of course, we are just here to actually celebrate it. I mean, Samson Siasia, good news for him, good news for his career. We knew how this all started. He faced a lot. I mean, at one point in time, he couldn't even have the money to actually continue with the case with CAS right there, but he was able to actually scale through. And I must say that, Court of Arbitration for Sports, to some extent, have been very lenient with him. Remember, they were actually planning a life ban, for him at one point, but this time around, they felt, okay, he's a first-time offender.
FIFA gave him a life ban.
Yeah, FIFA actually gave him, and then he appealed, and they felt, okay, this is a first-time offender. Let us actually use this to caution him and make sure he doesn't actually have this repeated itself. And of course, they also take away the fine, $50,000 that he was supposed to pay before. So I think this time around, I think he should just use the remaining period to actually ask for forgiveness and of course repent and never go back to his old ways. He can bounce back. That is definitely not news. Remember the case of Salisu Yusuf. Right now, is the manager of Enugu Rangers. Anyway, this is Nigeria. So I think if someone like that can bounce back, who says Samson Siasia too cannot bounce back? So a good one for him. About a couple of years now, and it's all done and dusted for him.
Yes, according to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, a life ban for a first-time offender was inappropriate. So let's give you the gist. A former Super Eagles player and coach Samson Siasia, who was handed a life ban by the World Football Governing Body FIFA over match fixing allegations, has had his punishment reduced to a 5-year ban by the Court of Arbitration for Sport. The reduction of Siasia's punishment was communicated via an official statement by CAS on Monday. According to CAS, a life ban for a first-time offender who was also passive in the said offence, was inappropriate. Those such acts need to be punished all the same to serve as a deterrent to others. So let's talk about the offence. As reviewed by CAS in 2010, a match fixer tried to involve Siasia as a coach of a club under his strict instructions. With the promise of employment benefit, Siasia would have had to always field several players under the control of the match fixer. The negotiations between the match fixer and Siasia in relation to the conditions of employment were conducted by email over a period of 2 months. Eventually, the club did not accept or could not afford Mr. Siasia's request, and the negotiations ended. On this premise, the CAS panel confirmed the challenge decision and reduced the punishment for the ex-Super Eagles star. Mr. Siasia is banned for 5 years from taking part in any kind of football-related activity at national and international level, whether it's administrative, sports, or any other role.
Yeah.
As of August 16, 2019.
Yeah.
So if you start to count by August 2024, it will be free to get back into his game. Well, quickly, just to let you a bit into his career, Siasia played 51 international matches for Nigeria, in which he scored 13 goals. He was part of the team that participated in the 1994 FIFA World Cup and won the 1994 African Nations Cup. He was also a member of the Nigerian team that won bronze at the 1992 African Nations Cup in Senegal, and he played for the Super Eagles over a period of 11 years. In 2005, as a coach, he managed the under-20 team, the Flying Eagles, taking them to the final of both the 2005 Under-20 World Cup and the Under-20 African Youth Championship. He won the African Youth Championship and advanced all the way to the World Cup final before losing to Argentina 2-1. He also assisted Augustin Iguavoren in coaching the national team. Then he was appointed under-23 coach in January 2007. In 2008, he coached the Nigerian under-23 Olympic squad to the final against Argentina. He also led Nigeria to a bronze medal finish at the Rio 2016 Olympics, among other accomplishments as a manager. He's also managed the senior national team, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, between February and August 2016. So he's got a long history with Nigerian football.
Definitely.
And, this is somebody, so I rate him so highly.
Yeah,
I was really disappointed when the ban happened, and I'm glad that he will have the opportunity at some point to return.
Definitely. I mean, he had a very decent career with the national teams, both the undergrade and of course the main national team. And of course, I think it was a very, very sad one at that point in time that we actually heard that he was involved in match fixing. Though he denied it, but at this point in time, I think if CAS has not actually seen a valid evidence, they wouldn't nail him. They confirmed it. So at this point in time, it's safe to say that he was actually guilty at that point in time. So I'm waiting for him to actually come out on this verdict because he hasn't said anything yet. Let's wait and see what he comes out to say.
Think he will accept it?
I'm not accepting it, so to say, but then there should be something that he has to say about it, or maybe he just want to leave, stay silent and just wait until 2024 just to get back. But all in all, I think to him it's a good news because he knows that it's not over. Finally, he can still actually have the chance to actually bounce back into sport.
Okay, we wish him all the very best. Till 2024, then. Well, we're looking forward to the Olympics. The organizers have announced on Monday that it will allow spectators at the Olympics this year amid the pandemic, setting a 50% cap at venues up to a maximum of 10,000 people. Organizers did, however, warn that it could restrict the number of fans in the event of a state of emergency or amid any other restrictions to curb the rise of COVID-19 infections. Those attending the postponed Olympics will have to abide by a number of protocols aimed at stopping the spread of cases. The organizers' decision came amid concerns about the spread of COVID-19. Tokyo has now shifted to a quasi-state of emergency until the 11th of July. Last Friday, a group of infectious disease experts in Japan submitted a report on COVID-19 countermeasures at the Games to the government and organizing committee. They said holding events without spectators posed the least risk. Organizers already decided in March to ban overseas spectators. Well, it's going to be uniquely different.
Seriously.
Olympics this year.
It's going to be, an Olympic from the normalcy. That's the way I will put it. Because for me, this is not a normal environment that we usually have Olympics. There is no overseas spectator. Only, the Japanese fans would actually be allowed into the stadiums for the Olympics. And will the spectators even be willing to come? Remember, a couple of weeks ago, there was this rumor about the fact that some of these, fans are not even in support of the Olympics to go ahead. Even some organizers are not actually in support for it to go ahead. But hey, they're just adamant about the fact that it must go ahead. But then it is what it is at this point in time. We just have to move on whether we like it or not. And that is what the organizers are doing. So let's wait and see. Let's see how it goes. Trust me, it's COVID-19 protocol will be strictly adhered to, for that particular Olympics. So let's see how it goes eventually.
Okay, we need to take a break on Sports Bang at this moment to return shortly. Belgium secured wins in all 3 group games at the European Championship for the first time with a battling victory that left Finland's hopes of qualifying for the last 16 and the balance. They are known as the Red Devils. Maybe they are the real Red Devils. We'll wait to find out when we return from this break.
What do you need na safeguard?
Children that like to play.
Them like to play.
Small pickings that must jolly.
Them like to jolly.
But remember one thing: protect them with safeguard soap. Protect them with safeguard. Protect them with safeguard soap. From the teen yama so the future go better.
Safeguard antibacterial soap. They come out every yama for body. It also they available for 50-gram size.
This is not a hotspot. It's not a thoughtless, trash-talking, savage streets. No. This is a zone for those with the true Niger spirit, who refuse to be confined by archaic laws, those who are not accustomed to the norm, who believe there's always a better way to do things. A hub for those who stand behind what they believe in, who make the most of the present to create the future they desire. This is Tribe Niger, for those who see it different and want to do it different.
To join the conversation, download the Tribe Niger app today.
What is this? I thought I asked all of you to drop whatever you have outside here.
I'm sorry, sir. This is Fluco Day. I saw you coughing earlier, so I brought it out for you so you can take it.
Thanks for your kindness, but I'm smarter than that. You think I don't know that every drug that cures cough and catarrh causes drowsiness? So you want me to sleep, Abby?
This is what distinguishes Fluco Day. It does not cause drowsiness.
Nah, draw. I know this drug. It work well.
Let me try it. Manufactured by Horvit.
Marketed and distributed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult your doctor.
Time up. And you, I said what?
Flu.
Fluco
Day!
Available in pharmacy shops near you.
Ìpolówó ọjà orí rédíò lásán lèyí ẹ ò lè mú adùn àti kíkì pọ́pọ́ chocolate tó peléke yìí ẹ ò lè gbóòórùn dídùn tó ń jáde láti inú ooru àpòpọ̀ Cadbury chocolate mílíìkì pẹ̀lú ṣúgà tó ṣe rẹ́gí ẹ ò tí ì lè mọ ìgbáládùn gbígbóná rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ire tó wà nínú ife Cadbury chocolate mi yìí ǹjẹ́ mo ń tẹ̀lé ṣe bí ẹ̀yin náà ẹ ṣètò ife Cadbury hot chocolate aládùn tiyín báyìí.
Cadbury 3-in-1 hot chocolate jẹ̀gbádùn ìrètí Cadbury.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
The recent nightmares for maize farmers in Nigeria is the prevalence of troublesome pests called fall armyworm. These pests can destroy a maize farm in just days, and farmers have been searching for a good means to fight back. Belt Expert and Decis are 2 insecticides developed by Bayer to help farmers attack and prevent occurrence of fall armyworm on maize farm. Belt Expert systematically prevent the pest from attacking the maize crop, while Decis kills it with a fast knockdown contact effect. Get both products and you'll be rest assured of have adequate control of fall armyworm. Bayer, science for a better life.
Okay, great to have you back on Sports Bank this morning. Well, time to shift our attention straight to the UEFA Euro Championship going on. Who is through already? We can join them in the round of 16, qualifying rules, tiebreakers, and what each team needs to reach the round of 16. Hopefully, time will permit. The third set of UEFA Euro 2020 group games began on Sunday as the round of 16 continues to take shape. So, let's just quickly explain the permutations, the rules, and tiebreakers as the knockout stage moves ever closer. We already gave you a lowdown of some of those who are through to the round of 16. Remember, the top 2 in each group plus the 4 best third-place teams advance to the round of 16. For those who have actually emerged as group winners, you mentioned Italy, Belgium, Netherlands. For the runners-up, Wales, Denmark, and Austria. And of course, best third-place teams are Switzerland. Starting with Group A, Fermi. Yeah. You have Italy on 9 points and are through to the next round.
Next round, well deserved. And of course, Wales as well, through to the next round with 4 points in that particular one. Switzerland as well, they were waiting before that, before the yesterday evening match to know if they will qualify. But eventually, with that result, they sealed their qualification to the next round with 4 points as well. So, Turkey is out. Really, really disappointed with the Turkish national team. Expected more from them. They have a couple of decent players that are expected to be able to, cause an upset in that group. But they eventually they left with no point at all. So very devastating one for them right there. So
Switzerland has already taken 1 spot in terms of the 4 best third-placed teams. In Group B, you have Belgium with perfect record, through as well. Denmark,
surprisingly.
With 3 points. Well, they are through.
I mean, they're the first team in the European Championship history to reach the knockout stage, having lost first 2 group games. I mean, that's really, really a massive one for them. And I must say, they played their heart out yesterday. They gave their all yesterday.
Given the circumstances of what they've gone through.
Exactly. I mean, it's actually changed their mentality going into that last game, that we can still do it. And they did it emphatically. Guess what? The last time they had 4 goals in a competition of this level was in the World Cup in 1998. Against which country? Nigeria. So, and they're having it again this time around. So I think,
this time was against Finland.
This time was against Finland. But then I think, it was a very, very wonderful, well-deserved victory for them.
For Finland, they must now wait to see if they can also make it through. They're also on 3 points, meaning that they still have a chance. In Group C, Netherlands are through with 9 points, perfect record as well. Austria, they are through with 6 points. Ukraine on 3 points, and North Macedonia without any points. Ukraine will also need to wait if they can, still go through. In Group D, you have, still tough. Croatia versus Scotland will play. Czech Republic.
And England already qualified. Yeah, definitely. And of course, I think Sweden as well already qualified from Group E in that particular one. Definitely. Czech Republic also qualified from Group D. So I think, it's still a lot to fight for. We still about 5 spots left. 11 teams qualified, so still remaining 5. And also in the last group, so-called group of death, France also sealed their qualification as a result of, the games that actually went out yesterday. So more games still coming today, and of course, a lot to still fight for. The likes of Portugal still in there, Germany still in there to fight for something. Even the Spanish national team still in there to actually fight for something. Will they be able to actually get something at the end of the day? I think time will definitely tell.
Well, we are out of time, sadly, this morning. But let me ask you before we leave. Tell me one team that has surprised you. For me, it's been Italy. Coming into this competition, you would say that was a team without any major superstar in their rank.
And it's really helped them.
Very experienced.
But if you've actually been looking at their record, you would know that they've been very solid under Roberto Mancini. The last time they lost was September 2018. That says a lot about how formidable that team has been. So I think I would actually want to agree with you. I think Italy, they've been so amazing. They've been so surprising. Despite the fact that, though, if you look at the opponents that they've played over the years, it's not been really difficult opponents. But this time around, they came came into the group stage against Wales that I think got to the semi-finals of the last Euros. So I think, they've been able to actually take each game at a time and gotten all the needed results. Most disappointing team so far has to be Turkish national team. Really, really disappointed in them.
Okay, we keep our fingers crossed. Belgium looking extremely strong in this competition. Let's see if they'll be able to go all the way with that array of stars they parried.
Today, tight one. What are you saying in the final? Two teams you're saying in the final.
Hey.
Yeah, hey.
There's still a long way to go.
No, you are the man with the correct prediction. So let's have it now.
Yes, I predict when I'm ready.
Oh, so you're not ready this morning?
Like I did predict it for Chelsea, against Man City in the final.
In the finals.
So don't
So
worry.
you can do this right now.
Give me some time.
I should give you some time.
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
You want to railroad me to doing that now? Thank you so much for
always a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks to Spider this morning. Thanks to Goke. Well, it's been a wonderful time with you on Sport Bank. We really must appreciate you for being there with us. Well, we'll be back later this evening at 6:30 for the second half of Sports Bank. I am Tunde Olawuwo. Have a great Tuesday and bye-bye.
Splash FM 105.5.